Yeah, hello there and welcome back, and let us continue with our lesson over here. And today we are going to learn about the column in the React Native. So let's go and get started over here. So I'll just go and create the new component over here. So let's go and create a new file, and let's call this one as a column in column component over here .djsx file over here. And let's go and create the const of the column column in column component over here, and let's return from here. So I'll just go and return from here, and inside this return statement I'll return a view from here. So we just need to import that particular view over here. So let's just close this particular view, and I need to import that particular view over here. So let's go and import the view from the React Native over here. So let's just close this one over here, and I'll also go and make use of the style sheet over here. So let's import the style sheet, and we also need to export this particular module. So let's export the default the column component over component component over here, and let's also create the const of the styles, and that styles will be from the, let's go and create it over here, and let's add the container over here. For the container I'm going to set the flex to be of the 1 over here, and over here I'll just go and set this one to be of the styles, for this one to be of this particular container over here. And inside this I'll just go and add some text over here. Let me import that from the React Native over here, and let's just say this is the column component, or let's just remove this one, and we'll just go and add the value of the 1 over here, and let's just add the multiple value for this one for now. And let's also go and create the text style over here, and for this one I'll just assign the font, and then you can assign, I guess that should be fine. So once we have this, let's just go and add the style for this one. So let's just go and add these styles that will be of equals to the, and that should be good enough. So once we did that, let's go back over here, and let's comment out this one from here, and let's import our view over here. So that will be of the column column in column component that we have, and let's import that one over here. Now you can see that we have the 111, and let's go and change that one over here. So let me just close this one, and this will be of the 2, and this will be of the 3, and this will be of the 4, and the 5, and then the 6, and then the 7 over here. So now we can see we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 in the vertical direction. So that is the column, and by default if we assign this particular view style over here, you can see that even if we haven't assigned the flex direction, so there is a flex direction over here, what we can assign is the column. So even if you don't assign the flex direction to this particular style, the view is always on the it's in the column, or it's going from the top to the bottom, which is on the vertical direction. So now we can set the flex direction to be of the column for this particular view component. So let me just go and format this one over here, and when I say the column, we can add the multiple children over here, right? So we can add a view, inside the view we can add the multiple children. So inside the text you can add the another text, right? But in the view, if you want to add a multiple children, if you are coming from the Flutter background, you can consider this view as a column or a row over here. So here we are considering this one as a column, so we can add the multiple children over here. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, these are the text. And now using this particular justify content and the align item, we can set the direction of all of the items inside of our. So let's say justify content instead of the center, just remove this one, and we can see that we have the flex end, flex start, space around, space between, and space evenly. So let's just set to the start over here. Now you can see that it went to the start over here. All right, and even if I bring the Android device over here, so we can just look into both of those over here. So we in the Android, you can see it's on over here. We can see the 1 2 3 4 5 6 over here. So the flex start is starting the from the top to the bottom, right? And if I set this one, so let's just go and remove this one from here and add the, let's say, a flex end over here. You will see that it moved to the end of the screen over here. Similarly, let's go and change this one to be of the let's say space around. So you will see that you get a space around, right? So you will see this, there is a space around, and there is also another option which is of the space between. So there is a space between, right? So now you see there is no space on the top, right? So there is a space on the between. So if you go and look back to that particular space around, you will see the space added onto the top as well over here, right? But if you change this one to the space in the let's go and set to the space between, so there is only the space added space on this particular between over here, not on the top side. So once you set this space around, it's going to add the space around this particular view. And let's go and remove this one from here and space evenly. So it's going to distribute evenly in this particular screen over here. And now once this is done, so we have the justify content, which is justifying the content from the top to the bottom over here. So we have the top to the bottom way, how you want to do that one. So you can set either to the of the center over here, right? It's going to move all of those to the center, right? So once we set that justify content should be of the center, it's going to move to the center of the screen over here in the top to the bottom over here. And if you are coming from the Flutter background, you can consider this one as the main axis and then the cross axis alignment. So in the Flutter, we have the main axis alignment and the cross axis alignment. You can consider these two properties over here as all of those. So the next is what we'll try to do over here is for this particular align item or the cross axis. What we'll try to set is, let's try to go and set that particular. So you can have the center, flex end, flex start, right, stretch. So if I go and set this one to the of the flex end, you'll see that it is moved to the end of the screen over here. Similarly, if I go and make this one as the center over here, so you'll see that it is centered over here. So let's go and try to play with all of those property over here. So we did the center, start, and the end. So now let's just go and change this one to be, I guess we'll change this one to be of the space evenly over here in the center. I guess that looks much more better. So I guess that's all for this lesson, and we learned some concept about the column in the React Native over here, and how we can use the view to create the column over here, and how we can place the multiple children, and how we can use the flex direction, and then the align item, as well as the justify content over here. And by default you can't have the column over here, so column and column, there is no view or there is no component of the column in React Native like in the Flutter. But here we can convert, or we can use a view as a column or the row by defining the style over here using the flex property and the flex direction, as well as the justify content and align item. Using all of this, we can configure either the row or the column, and how we can place the item, or how we want to place the item or the children inside of this particular column, and we can do all of those stuff over here. So I guess that's all for this lesson, and we will meet up in the next lecture where we will learn about the row. Till then, have a great day.